Hello, my friends, and welcome to Life Expansion. And I'm Jason Stephenson, and thank you so much for joining me today. Now, I am lovely to see some of you people. I'm just going to wait to make sure that you can hear me okay, first of all, that all the balance is okay between my voice and the music. But it's lovely to see you. I'm going to say hello to you people that have been waiting for a while. Jane and Colleen and Ali, hello. Anne Gret, A Beasting's Life, Giza, hello Giza, Jane, The Psychic Channel, and welcome to you all. Livy, Jennifer, good, you can hear me all fantastic. It's good morning to those of you that are in Australia, although probably because it's 6 a.m, some of you won't be up yet, but good afternoon and good evening to wherever you are in the world. Good, you can all hear me. And I've just come off from a beautiful session with Ali O'Shea on the Think Big platform, talking about signs from the universe. So thank you, Ali, for that. It was a beautiful session. If you want to sign up for that, guys, for the Think Big platform, where Ali presents and I present, I'm actually doing one tomorrow, live meditation, in fact. But it's the Think Big Lifestyle. I'm going to have to just type this in right now. www.thinkbiglifestyle.com. I've got that right there. That's the address there anyway. You can just copy and paste that in. Yeah, Ali, it was beautiful session, and I learnt so much about how numbers and can be signs, and I haven't really been paying attention to that, and it's made me think of a few things. So how I'm going to operate today, guys, I'm going to give a short talk. It's only going to be about 15 minutes, and then I'm opening it up to questions. So I may not see your questions and comments as I begin, because I'll be doing my best to focus on the content, and then I can come back and have a chat with you guys. And today, as you are probably aware, I am speaking on identity theft. And this is identity theft of a different kind, but I'll get to that in a moment. I'm just pulling up my notes here. So, first of all, I'd like to tell you guys that approximately 5 years ago, I was going to book an online flight on the internet, and I had a credit card with a couple of $1,000s spare on it. I was in a bit of a financial mess about 5 years ago. It was really untidy, but I always left a few $1,000s on my credit card. And I went to make this booking, and the first time I made it, it come up credit declined. I thought, that's very interesting. I know that I had money in it, so I thought maybe I've just pushed in a wrong button or something. Entered it again, and it come up, credit declined, account blocked. So, whoa, okay, something's going on here. This is very, very strange. So it said contact the bank. So I contacted the bank, and I'm just turning this down a little bit now. I contacted the bank, and I proceeded to tell her what was going on, that I'd, put in this, I wanted to book this flight, and I said, what's going on? And she said, let me check. And she said, Mr. Stephenson, just want to inform you that you've actually maxed out your credit card by over $2,000. And I said, that's not possible. I said, I always leave a few $1,000s there to spend in case of emergencies and if something comes up. And she said, no. And I said, well, can you let me know what's been going on with that? What were the last few transactions? And she said, well, the last transaction was you've booked a around the world air ticket for 11 stops. And I'm like, no, I didn't book that. I mean, if I wouldn't have spent that money because I didn't have that money. So no way. I said, no, I didn't do that. And I said, what's another transaction? And she said, well, another one there is for the water bomb park in India. You've bought 6 tickets to that. And I said, no, please stop this. This is definitely not me. I haven't been to India. So Someone's had a great time at the water park. Group of friends, 6 people gone in there. Anyway, so basically my identity there was stolen. Now, I'm sure that you guys have had, you might know of someone that's had your identity stolen, or you might have personally had things stolen yourself with credit cards or PayPal. I mean, it's happening a lot now because of online things and technology of, I think they call it skimming cards or something like that. But I think that there's a greater thing that we need to be concerned about, and it starts from when we're a younger age. And when we begin to take on board the identity of what we are told on a constant basis. And this sometimes is a lot of negative stuff. You're not good enough. Be quiet. You're too fat. You're too skinny. You're dreaming too much. Get your head out of the clouds. Get real. Get a grip. Get in touch with reality. All this sort of negative stuff. And who tells us this? Parents, teachers, siblings, family, friends, employers, employees. And the sad part is we begin to hear this so much that we begin to believe this until we have lost the concept of who we were born to be, who we truly are, our true identity. One of love, but that's, it's slowly eroded away until we become almost like this other identity, what the world wants us to be, or what we've trained to believe that we are. I know way back in primary school I had a math teacher. I'm going to call him Mr. Max for now. I had him for a couple of years. And Mr. Max, his favourite subject was mathematics. My least favourite subject was maths. So we had a little bit of a clash here. And the thing is, instead of him working with me on this, because I was a slow learner when it came to mathematics, I was a very slow learner, I couldn't grasp the concept. So instead of him sitting with me, I guess that he was in a place that he only knew what he was doing best, but he picked on me, and he would often ask me. He would put up the question, and he'd always choose me within the first 3 questions. He would say, "Jason, you know the answer for this one. What's the answer for this one?" And of course, this become a regular thing where the kids would laugh, and it was just, it actually become quite tiring. It was like this charade that was just going on day after day, year after year. I had him for 2 years. And what happened was, there was a guy sitting next to me, and he said to me, "Jason, why don't you cheat? You know I've got the answers here." He was very good at math. And he said, "You know I've got the answers here. Take my answers. Just stop this." And so this day I did. I took his answer, or one of his answers, or a few of his answers, and I just copied them. And this Mr. Max, of course, said to me, "Okay, we come to the questions." And he said, "The first question is," and he said, "And Jason, you're going to have the answer for this one, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." He says, "Okay, what is it?" I said, "It's 62a squared." And he looked, and the class went quiet, and he said, "Yes, he said, "that's correct." He said, now he handed me the piece of chalk, and he said, "Jason, come out here, grab this chalk, now come out here and show us how you come to this answer." And as I walked out, I grabbed the chalk, and all I remember thinking is, maybe something will come to me. Maybe something will come to me. And of course it didn't. I stood there, and he said, "I thought so. Sit back down." And of course everyone started laughing again. And the interesting thing is, before I left for high school, I think junior high, you might call it in the USA. But before I left for high school, his last words to me and to my parents were there too, and he said, "We're allowing Jason to go on to high school. However, we don't give him much hope." Now, those are words that you don't tell kids. You don't tell anyone, actually. Even if you've got those thoughts, you can keep those words to yourself. And I was blessed though, because I went on to high school. And because they put me in a lower class for mathematics graded upon my previous history, I had a teacher that worked with me, that began to correct all that I'd heard of and all that I'd been, picked on about this. And he began to work with me, and he demonstrated, and he made it a joy to be in the class. And although I believe I only passed, or I maybe never passed, one test in high school, one math test, I began to grasp the concept of it. I began to understand it, and I even began to enjoy it, thanks to this amazing teacher at high school. There was another example of this happening 5 years ago. I was transitioning from a job into my business, into what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to work on my own in my home office, doing what I love to do. But it was a struggle. For years, it was a struggle. And I had many business ventures that I would try out, and it would never work out for me. But I never stopped trying. And I remember then coming across this new business venture, and I wanted to share it with a dear friend of mine, and I decided to share it because I was excited, and I guess I wanted to I wanted her to share in the excitement. And I told her about it, and she said to me, "Jason," she said, "get your head out of the clouds." She said, you've spent so many years now, trying these things. Nothing is working. Why don't you just stop and get a real job? You're wasting your time. And I'd say, no, this one's going to work. And she went, yeah. I'll hear this when show me when it happens, right? Show me when it happens. And I walked away from that conversation, and it wasn't what I wanted to hear. And I walked away from that hurt, but something inside me said, no, you don't have to listen to that. You keep going, it's okay, things are going to be fine. And I listened to that. And thank goodness, and I kept going, and things did eventually begin to grow and to take off. And today, as most of you know, I run my own company. I have people across the world that work for me in 5 different countries. And I have never been so much more at peace and aligned with what I'm here to do. And it's just fantastic. And I think the moral of this story is that if someone ever tells you to get your head out of the clouds, or get a grip on reality, or anything like that, rejoice in this and thank them. Because it probably means that you are actually on the right track, that you are where you're meant to be in the universe. You see, some people feel threatened when we are going to move, when we're moving up and out of the tribe. People are threatened by that. In Australia, they call it the tall poppy syndrome, where they want to cut you down. When you reach a certain height, you can't grow any taller, we need to cut you down, so you stay down there. They're threatened because they don't want you to leave the tribe. It reminds me of that book, beautiful book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, glorious book. They want you to stay there with the pigs in the mud and rolling around in the mud with them instead of being the bird that you want to fly and you want to soar. And the sad part is with this identity theft is that if we are not strong enough, we begin to behave like we are told. So if we're told over and over again that we're useless, what happens? We begin to become useless in the ways we live our lives. We begin to, if we pick up a cup, we will drop it and we will reaffirm to ourselves, I'm useless, I'm useless. These words are very powerful words. We're going to really start to be very, very selective of what we choose in our dialogue, every thought that we put in. And, if we're told we're too fat, well, what are we going to do? We're probably going to eat more because that hurts. It hurts deep within. And so then we get to a point where we don't care. Until, of course, something goes wrong, deeply wrong later down the track, but we might then just eat more. Because why bother? The same goes with affirmations. When we work with affirmations, I know that when I put up affirmations, some people say to me, what's the point? I don't believe this, so why bother with it? It seems silly saying things that are not happening that I don't believe. And that's all the more reason to speak these affirmations or to put these affirmations up where you can hear them. Because what will happen, all you're doing is you're beginning to put in to your life what you were born to be. The beautiful, unlimited version of who you truly are. And that's where affirmations can work. Fake it to make it, that saying says. Fake it to make it. Begin to speak them out even if you don't believe them. I'm sure if you were first told that you were useless, the first time you heard it, you didn't believe that either. It's a bit strange. What's going on there? Then you hear it again, then you hear it again, then you hear it again and again and again. It seeps down into the subconscious mind and it begins to come out into all areas of our lives, into relationships, into work, into recreation, into education. So how can we break this programming? How can we get back the identity that we truly are? Well, we must begin to claim our birthright. And that is to know that we are connected with God, of divine source of love. In fact, we are God. There's no separation. We are connected. We are all one. And we're a spiritual being having a human experience. And really, it's got nothing to do with our name, our age, our address, our workplace, your education, and what you've been told you can or you can't do. So it's time, my friend, is to begin to replace this negativity, to recreate the reality that you were born to live, the truth. Not the reality that you were programmed to believe. And it's never too late, my friends. It's never, ever too late. For me, I've certainly, you could say if there's no time really, but I've started late in my life. But boy, oh boy, there's no stopping me now. Because I began to feel the fruits of my labor and the joy and the abundance and it's amazing. And the more we shine our light, the truth, it lights up the way for us and gets easier and easier when we step more into this flowing of acceptance and a knowing that we're on the right path. And not only that, you've heard me say this before too, that what we're also doing is we're shining, and we're giving others that see us permission to shine, to be as authentic as they can be as well. That they don't have to bullshit. They can drop their guard. People are tired of this shit. People are tired of pretending. It's tiring. Why pretend when you can be you in all your glorious magnificence? In being the divine spiritual being that you are, and capable of producing amazing miracles that will unfold, and you will amaze yourself. And this, my friends, is the way home. Being you more and more each and every day. Loving yourself, truly loving yourself, and saying, from today, I promise me, I promise myself, I promise the universe that I will be authentic in every single way I can be at this point in time. No more illusion, just truth. It's like you're a magnificent part of the whole, or you are the whole, like a 3D holograph. Is that what they say? A hologram. 3D hologram of absolute magnificence. And so if you've been slogged time and time again, and you feel like you're getting tired and there's no direction, and never give up while there's life. Please never give up. And if you're unsure of direction, begin to speak this. Begin to ask for guidance. I certainly do. Ask for what is called, what is best for you, for your highest good, and for you and for others. And begin to listen out for the answers. And I know Ali O'Shea was talking about this, that the answers can appear in numbers, they can appear in a telephone call, they can appear in a newspaper that you're reading. Answers will appear if we begin to listen out. And it can put us on track where we're meant to go. I'll give you a few examples here of, you might remember J.K. Rowling of the Harry Potter empire now. Her book was knocked back by publishers numerous times. This is the Harry Potter empire now, which millions of children across the world and adults have enjoyed. I know I went to see the first movie, absolutely loved it. Now that Harry Potter empire is now worth not millions, it's actually worth billions of dollars. And I get it's not all about monetary. I get that totally. But if she was to give up on that dream, you imagine all the children that would have missed out. Then you've got Richard Branson. Failed schooling, struggled with dyslexia. But no, he went out on his own and didn't take that for an answer, and changed his life. And look at him now. Companies across the world, everywhere. And Einstein failed his first college exam. Einstein, who would think that? And we all know what he did. And I'll read you a quote from Einstein. This is a great quote, one to remember. He says, "Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds." Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. So next time there's someone giving you a bit of grief, just remember who you are. And it's not about getting into arguments with people. That's all so useless. It's just staying true to yourself and finding the answers within. Recognize the magnificence that you are and go out and live your life accordingly. And stop waiting and listening for others' approval. Now, you can talk about things with others if you choose to, but make sure you're in a strong position that they don't have to agree with what you're saying. You don't owe anyone anything to that. You need to check in on yourself and listen to your heart. And the answers are all there. They're already there. Sometimes people can just give us signs, of possibly on a path that you're on the correct path. But the universe does that too. There's so much that the universe does. And I leave you with that today, guys. I'm going to finish that up. In fact, I tell you what we can do. I'm giving a full meditation tomorrow on the Think Big platform, if you want to join me there. But right now, I'm just going to do something off the cuff, and I want to do just a short meditation. If you guys want just a quick meditation, and I'm doing this off the cuff. I have no idea what's even going to happen here, so I'll just see if you guys are up for it, just for a few minutes. Well, let's do it anyway. The universe is telling me yes. Taking my own medicine here. So, when you guys are ready, I just want you to sit upright like a powerful, beautiful, majestic mountain, open, and you can close your eyes when you're ready, and begin by taking in 3 deep breaths in through the nose and blowing it out through the mouth, but sending that breath all the way down. Letting go of everything that's happened today, blowing it out on the breath out. Breathing in love. Blowing out negativity. Begin to bring yourself into this present moment, remembering that this is who you are, this is all we have. This moment. Bring your breathing back to a natural rhythm. And just for a few moments, I just want you to focus on the breath going in and out, in and out. And as you do this, if thoughts come and go, as they will, allow them to be, acknowledge the thought. You can say thank you to the thought. But right now, just for these next few moments, your only job is to just return your focus back to your breath. That's the way. Expand your awareness now to sensations within your body and the feeling of your back against the chair, of your bum on the chair, and your feet on the ground, and your hands, the weight of your hands sitting in your lap. Just take in these sensations so you're really embodying this human vessel. And even to the point of seeing if you can sense the air that is touching your skin, your face, any other parts of your body. Continuing to breathe in and out at your own pace. And let's expand this awareness now even further to your immediate environment. And know that there is no separation between you and the environment and everything that is in your environment. No separation. Almost feel like you're melding into this space, your environment. And let's begin now to expand our awareness to even go outside of the building that you're now in, that you are encompassing a sense of awareness of the place, the community that you're in. You are connected to the community, to other people outside, even those you don't know. Connected with magical threads, the beautiful thread of divine intelligence and love. And you don't need to be separate. And I want you now to mentally repeat after me these affirmations. Almost like a mantra, you can repeat them over and over again in your mind. I honor who I am. I honor who I am. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love. Today I officially surrender to the universe. Today I officially surrender to the universe. Every day, in every way, my calling is becoming clearer and clearer. Every day, in every way, my calling is becoming clearer and clearer. I am at peace. I am at peace. In this moment, I choose love over fear. In this moment, I choose love over fear. I am love. I am love. And just for the next few moments, I want you to visualize that all the people that are currently on this meditation at the moment are linked up hand in hand in a giant circle across the globe. Everyone is connected. And I want you to feel that energy pass through your right hand, go through your body, and out to your left hand. So you are passing on the love. You're feeling the love, you're getting the love, the peace, the good vibrations from the right hand. It's filling your entire body, and you're passing that on to the next person. Just be with this for a few moments. Feel this pulsing. When you are ready, bringing your attention back into your body, back to your feet, back to where you are seated, and your back against the chair, the cushion. And I leave you with this, and knowing that you are love. You are beautiful. And when you truly know this, without a doubt, without question, you're going to be you are the greatest teacher that this world could ever desire. You have the greatest gift to give yourself and to give others just by being you. And so wiggling your fingers and toes, and in your own time coming back to the room and opening your eyes. And I say to you, welcome home. You are love, my friend. You are love. Ali O'Shea says, you are beautiful as you are, Ali. That was beautiful. I could feel the energy of love from everyone holding hands, and so could I, Ali. So could I. You're most welcome, Jennifer. Elena says, me too. Happy to have you here, Heather. Thank you for joining. And lovely to see you, Angret. And you've got tears in your eyes. Tears of joy, I hope. April. Hello, April. Ginny, welcome home. The Psychic Channel, Speechless, love to all and love back to you. Love back to you. Glad you got something today, guys, and thank you for joining me on this new channel. I feel a sense of freedom on this channel that due to the fact that my other channel's the sleep, meditation, music, I feel this other sense of freedom coming with this channel, and it's beautiful for me too. It's a joy to know that that this is what you like, so otherwise you wouldn't be here, and we're not sort of disturbing the other channel, the people that just want to use it for sleep, which I totally acknowledge. I totally get that. Cal, you fell asleep. That's okay. You must have needed the sleep, my friend. It's all good. Read J.L. Segal book years ago. Short, brilliant book. Keep plugging it. Read J.L. Segal. I'll have to check that one. And thank you, Ali. Good to see you, Claudia. It's lovely. And Robin, you taught me how to meditate 1 year ago. Thank you for showing me bliss. And Robin, I say to you that I was simply a tool that was there, a catalyst, if you like. That bliss is within you. You were ready to feel that bliss. And that is simply something that you have projected onto me, or it's reflection. So yeah, I commend you for finding that bliss within. It's a beautiful, I'm really honored to have you all here, guys, and the channel feels like a place to connect with others. Also a fan of Jonathan Livingston Seagull. I love that book. In fact, I love all of Richard Bach's books. Illusions is magnificent. Hello, Char, lovely to see you, and Donna, Colleen, Joyce, yes, Robin. Oh, okay, thank you, Ali. I got that message. Joelle says thank you, or she can't comment. Got that. And you're welcome, Geezer. So I'm going to leave you with this, actually, that tomorrow I'm doing that live meditation. It's extended meditation, and I'm quite excited by it because it's really a test of a meditation I'm putting together for a project that I will be launching in the future. And can I tell you that when I asked for guidance for this meditation, my fingers just flew across the keyboard. This was last weekend, and I was so excited and so happy that this just come forward. And I'm going to be doing an abridged version, if you like, of that meditation tomorrow. It's all about intention as well. So I send you love, guys. I really do send you love, and thank you. Thank you for joining me, and have a beautiful day, evening, whatever you're choosing to do, and going to sleep. I know many of you are sleeping, so enjoy, my friends, and I'll go out and take my dog for a walk. Dharma is not actually here with me. He's still in the bedroom because it's cold and he hasn't even come out yet. So, how do you sign up to Think Big? Let me just see if I can get the link for you, and I'll post this link in. And sure, Angret, you have a question? Please let me tell. Oh, the time tomorrow. If you actually go to the link, see if I can give you a direct link to my the meditation itself. Just hold on a moment. 3rd of May. And it will tell you the time in your country. Control V. Good night, Ali. Sending love, and thank you for joining. So the classes are there, they're $5, and it's a beautiful little community. If you are on the phone, however, you cannot join in the chat. I just thought I'd make that clear. If you're on the phones, you can't chat, but if you're on a desktop, then I can get to see who you are. You talked about surrendering to the universe. Can you explain this sometime? I can actually explain this. Of course I can explain this before I go. Okay, surrendering to the universe is all about trust and letting go and knowing that everything works in divine timing and alignment, and that we are all connected. And so when you realize that we're all connected, everything is flowing backwards and forwards and coming and going. And if we surrender, if we're stepping out of our ego mind, out of our small self, if you like, and we're handing it over to the larger part of who we are, which can be God source, which can be universal power, higher intelligence, and be guided by that. And you'll find that you'll watch your life unfold with so much greater ease when we step out of our mind. Our mind, our ego likes to chatter and, oh yes, do this. No, don't do this. Do that, do that. No, I want you to do this. Go over there. If we could listen to every thought that we were having, we would literally think that there was a mad person inside our mind, because that's how crazy it is. But if we step out of that and just go, okay, give me some guidance here, and letting it go and trusting them, just trusting in the process, letting it go and watch it unfold. Just go back to what to do when you have a person close to you who's bad energy around. I can see the body language and it tells me the person is angry or something. And Gret, what to do when you have a person close to you who's bad energy around. We must realize, Anne, that this bad energy that you say, that there are toxic people out there. And I get that, and it's best if we can, that we move on from those people. But also remember that what you feel is also what is coming from within you. So they might be toxic, but they cannot make you feel anything. Only you make yourself feel. And if you're feeling that that is not good for you, being around that person, then possibly there's some things there that you might need to take action on. Because if you don't listen to that, if you continue to do what you do and you're staying with that person, that's only going to get worse for them. It's going to get worse for you. And then you're not living in truth to who you are and what you need to do for yourself. I hope that can help you. Hey, Christy. And Psychic Channel says, you might see a different time after you sign up, guys. Beautiful class. Please come, everyone. Yeah, in regards to the emails, sometimes they have different times on them. The best time to look at is the one that is on the website itself. That's the correct time. So, and if you have any questions, please just send me a message on Facebook and I'll check in and I'll make sure that the timing's right. Yeah, Ali says they need to protect their energy and learn how to do that. There is another meditation that I have too, called the vampire protection from what they're termed as vampires, people that take away energy, and it might help you too, Anne. But I noticed you just said it's your husband. He says something with his body and something else with his words. So maybe you need just to take some time to think about it, Anne. And sometimes people are afraid to speak up in fear of hurting the other person. So just want you to take some time to think about that. Ginny says, is it normal to cry during meditation? Yes, Ginny, perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. It can be termed sometimes as an emotional release, letting go of it can be tears of joy, it can be tears of past grief, not to question that and to just allow it to be, just like happiness. Just let it go. And Robin says, yes, I get tears when I have a real healing meditation. There. Thank you, Ali, for that advice there. Protect yourself in a bubble of light and zip it up. Beautiful. I'll look if I get this meditation for you, the link, and I'll just give you the direct link. And you can choose to use that if you like. It's cold here. It's cold here. It's been about 4 degrees in the morning. Now I know that's not cold to many of you people over in the northern parts of the world. To me, it's freezing because I'm used to it being a little bit warmer than this. And I'm going back to New South Wales very soon. Very soon. No date officially set, but it's happening soon. I'm not really. Yeah, I don't really have to set a particular day. But I'm going back for a while. Then I'm coming back here too. Every time I meditate, I can't stop. I snooze. And you might need that, but as some other things is you can do with that is if you do meditations constantly and you want to fall asleep, you might like to try keeping your eyes open during a meditation and focusing on something, because the mere act of closing the eyes can bring us down a little too. So it's 23 degrees in England right now. Wow. That's beautiful. Wow. Claudia, it's 20 degrees here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I could only imagine New York, how cold it would be there too. Oh my goodness. Freezing. Okay, my friends, I send you love, and we'll see you next time. I will let you know in advance when I'm doing a live session, except of course if I happen to be on the road and I just choose to put on the camera and show you something, which I might do. Stay tuned and enjoy your life. Enjoy each moment, okay? And I send you love. Much love, my friends. Bye for now.